we need to talk about the real physical price we pay for our digital world. Because behind every single AI query, behind every chatbot, there is a very real machine. And that machine is dying of thirst. This entire investigation started because of this one comment a viewer left. They want us dead. Pretty extreme, right? It sounds like a sci-fi movie plot. The idea that a tech elite would need our resources so badly they'd just let us wither away. We thought it was crazy too. But then we started following the evidence. And what we found, well, it all starts with water. Okay, just look at these numbers. Seriously, in just 1 year, Microsoft's water use jumped by a third, 34%. Google's shot up 20%. Now, as an engineer, I can tell you, these are not small adjustments. This is an explosion. Something fundamental has changed in how these companies operate, and it's happening at a terrifying pace. But why? Why does a digital company need to drink so much water? To really get what's going on, you have to understand a very basic engineering problem. You see, AI isn't some magical cloud. It's not an idea. It's a physical thing, a machine full of silicon chips. And those chips get dangerously, incredibly hot. The solution they're using is almost primitive. It's called evaporative cooling. They are literally pumping millions of gallons of fresh, clean drinking water over their hot server racks. The water soaks up all that insane heat from the AI chips, turns into steam, and just vanishes into the atmosphere. Gone. It's basically the world's most advanced computer sweating just to keep from melting itself into a puddle of silicon. So, what does this actually mean for you personally when you use AI? Let's boil it down to a single number: half a liter. That's right, 500 milliliters, an entire bottle of fresh water. That is the cost of a single, simple conversation with a chatbot like ChatGPT. You ask a question, it gives an answer, and boom, you've just used up a bottle of water. Now multiply that by the millions of people doing that every single minute of every single day. The scale is it's mind-boggling. All right, so we've established AI is thirsty, insanely thirsty. But here's where the story takes a turn. From just being concerning to being deeply suspicious. It's not just what it's drinking, it's where it's drinking. And this is where that initial comment starts to feel a lot less like fiction. Get this, tech companies are building their biggest, most water-hungry data centers in places like Arizona, in the middle of a desert. From a pure resource and logistics point of view, it's absolute madness. They're setting up shop to tap into the exact same water sources that people, communities, and farmers need to survive. This isn't a problem for the future. It's a direct competition for a life-or-death resource that's happening right now. And if you think that sounds bad, hold on, because it's about to get so much worse. We have to talk about a leaked project, a plan between OpenAI and Microsoft. The codename they gave it was Stargate. The first thing you need to absorb is the price tag, $100 billion. Let that sink in. This isn't just another data center. This is a totally new kind of machine, an entirely new scale of existence. And this is the number that really matters. 5 gigawatts. To put that in perspective for you, that is the same amount of power generated by a large nuclear power plant. All of that energy constantly flowing into one single computer. And a machine that eats that much power generates an almost unimaginable amount of heat. And here is the terrifying bottom line. When you get to the 5 gigawatt level, you're past the point of using pipes or water tanks. The only thing on this planet that can cool a machine that hot is a massive, constantly moving body of fresh water. You literally have to divert a river. Project Stargate won't just drink water, it's designed to eat an entire river ecosystem. Which brings us right back to that first chilling comment. Do they know a water crisis is coming? Well, don't listen to what they say. Look at what they're doing with their money. They're buying up huge tracts of farmland that come with guaranteed ironclad water rights. They're dumping billions into water filtration and lab-grown meat. Why? Because they know traditional farming is about to become impossible due to water shortages. They're securing the fluids of life for themselves. Oh, man. I just had this sudden realization, the irony. The research for this, the scripts, even the AI tools we use to help put this whole explainer together, this thing you're watching right now probably consumed gallons and gallons of water just to create. It's everywhere. The problem is already embedded in everything we do. Now, the big argument you'll always hear is, don't worry, AI is so smart, it will solve the problems it creates. And hey, maybe it will, but just look at this timeline. The reality is, the aquifers are draining right now. Lawsuits are being filed today. By 2027, just a few years from now, AI's thirst could equal half of all the water the entire United Kingdom uses in a year. The magical AI solution might show up in 2045, but the crisis will be here by breakfast tomorrow. So please, don't think of this as some hypothetical science fiction scenario. This isn't about the future. The choice between your digital world and your physical world, that resource war has already begun. This is a real headline. This is happening. In a small town in Oregon, local farmers are in a desperate legal fight with Google. They claim the company's massive data centers are literally sucking their wells dry, wells their families have depended on for generations. It is the digital world making the real world unlivable. So we have to end by asking you this simple question, because it's the choice we're all being forced to make, whether we realize it or not. The next time you turn on your faucet and nothing comes out, it might not be because of a drought. It might be because a machine hundreds of miles away was thirsty. So what are you willing to give up? Your convenience or your survival?